record number of migrants are crossing European borders. More than 3 times as many migrants have entered the European Union than a year ago. The UN says in the past week alone, 21,000 migrants arrived in Greece, and Germany expects the influx of asylum seekers and refugees this year to quadruple compared to last year. That number would hit a record 800,000 people. Many of these migrants are coming from Syria and the Balkans. And Ireland is stepping up its efforts to help the migrant crisis. CCTV Correspondent Lourda Sexton reports from Dublin.
It's okay. Italia! Yeah, okay.
While Ireland was slow to start, it's now been praised internationally for its active role in the Mediterranean crisis. In May, the Irish government committed their navy to a 6-month mission. Working alongside the Italian Navy, the Irish ships were deployed right in the heart of the crisis, as close as possible to the main migrant departure point in Libya. And over 5,000 people are alive today due to their efforts.
The important thing to note is that it's estimated that 70,000 people have crossed this route in the first 6 months of the year. And until this operation started, it was estimated that 1 in 16 died in that crossing. That is now reduced down to less than 1 in 400.
Captain Barry says if the government decides to extend its mission beyond October, the Navy has another ship ready to go. Amidst the unfolding tragedy, the Irish Navy came across a rare positive story.
We were aware that she was pregnant. We weren't aware how pregnant she was. She was on board several hours. She gave birth to a baby girl, and both mother and baby are fine.
In addition to the sea rescues, Ireland has agreed to take in 600 refugees displaced in Europe and an additional 500 more under resettlement. However, migration agencies say that the current asylum system in Ireland is riven with delays. Over 1,500 migrants have been waiting over 5 years for asylum, according to the Department of Justice. And one agency in Ireland hopes that the scale of the current EU crisis will help drive positive changes.
Now, it will be our view that because the majority of the 600 that are coming in, we understand, are Syrians, they should be de facto declared as refugees. So I think any processes that they would have to go through should be very, very, very minimal and very short. And I think that's the approach that's been taken by Germany, that's the approach that's been taken by Sweden, and that's the approach that's been taken by a number of other EU countries.
It's from this port here in Cove that over 2 million Irish people fled the famine back in the 19th century. They got on boats that were termed coffin ships that are not that dissimilar to what we're seeing now in the Mediterranean. So it's hoped that Irish people will have some understanding for the migrants that do come to the country, given the history that Ireland has with migration. Lourda Sexton, CCTV, Cove, County Cork.